Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of 19th of August 2023. Essence. Sweet children, the Father has come to fulfill your desire for peace and happiness. If you want peace, detach yourselves from your bodily organs and stabilize yourselves in your original religion. Question. What effort do you have to make in order to become worthy of worship? Why are you worshipped? Answer. In order to become worthy of worship, become helpers in the service of purifying the world. The human souls who help the Father are worshipped together with the Father. You children are worshipped with Shiv Baba in the form of saligrams. Then your corporeal forms of the deities, Lakshmi and Narayan, are worshipped. You have understood the deep significance of the difference between worshippers and those who become worthy of worship. Song. Mother, O Mother, you are the bestower of fortune for the world. Om Shanti. It is definitely the Father who makes the mothers 100 times fortunate. The praise is sung of only the one. The bestower of salvation for all is one. It is that one who has to be remembered. This is the praise of you children. You know that it is the Father who makes you fortunate from unfortunate. Bharat was 100% fortunate and then became 100% unfortunate. This story is based on Bharat. It is the Father, the one you children know, who makes you mothers 100% fortunate. Your yoga is connected to Him. You understand that all of this is His creation. No other human beings know the Creator or creation. Who had these pictures, etc. made? You would say Shiv Baba. Through whom? You would say through the corporeal mother and father. You children now have the whole world tree in your intellects. How large the world is? Vasco da Gama sailed round the whole globe. All round there is just the ocean and the sky everywhere. There is nothing else. You must have studied all of this at school. However, the Father explains everything in a nutshell. You know that 5000 years ago it definitely became the golden age in Bharat. In the golden age there was only Bharat and the population must have been very small. You would now say that you belong to the kingdom of the Sun dynasty. It is remembered that the kingdom of Sri Krishna existed by the banks of the river Jamuna. Delhi was also called Paristan or the land of angels. It must definitely have initially been someone's kingdom. You say that you belong to the kingdom of the Sun dynasty. The kingdoms become separate later. In fact, the impact would be where the kingdom is ruled. Bharat has a lot of influence. All of these things should trickle in your intellects. You have to imbibe these aspects. Shiv Baba, the ocean of knowledge, is also called Somnath. It was the worshippers who gave him the name Somnath. His real name is Shiv Baba, who is the one called Shiva, the father of all souls. The soul is a dot. It is remembered that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is God. A soul is a soul. Souls cannot be bigger or smaller. The Father says, no one realizes it when I enter this one. However, they do understand that there is a tiny star sparkling in the center of the forehead. They say, the jewel on the forehead. There is a jewel on the forehead. Each soul is called a jewel. It is said that there is a jewel on the forehead of a snake. In fact, all of those things belong to this time. A soul is a form of a jewel sparkles and resides in the center of each forehead. The Father explains new aspects to you children every day. The main thing to understand is I am a spinner of the discus of self-realization. The Father says, I, This soul, I am the supreme soul and I am beyond birth and death. I definitely do come. Temples are built to the incorporeal one. Previously, you did not have this knowledge. Surely the incorporeal one came and did something. The incorporeal one comes into a family. The souls of Lakshmi and Narayan also come. They are sown with bodies. Only Shiva is sown in the form of a lingam. In the Shiva temples, together with the Shiva lingam, there are also saligrams. Saligrams are not sown in the temples to Sri Krishna or Lakshmi and Narayan. This proves that all are the children of the one Father. You are worshipped as souls and you are also worshipped as deities. People speak of the sacrificial fire of Rudra. The Father created this sacrificial fire through you human souls. Just as the Father is worshipped, in the same way, you souls should also be worshipped. Then the corporeal forms of those who become Lakshmi and Narayan are worshipped. Those names continue. You children are doing service here with your bodies. This is why you souls are worshipped. Shiv Baba says, I also carry out a lot of important service through this one. This is why I am worshipped first. Then the souls through whom I do the service of making the whole world pure should be definitely be worshipped. Every one of you is worshipped. At least 1 lakh saligrams are made. When businessmen create a sacrificial fire of Rudra, some have 5,000 saligrams made, some 10,000, and some have 1 lakh made. That worship is of souls and the Supreme Soul. The Father explains, you souls do service with your impure bodies. Shiv Baba does the most service and he also inspires you to do service. So you souls are also worshipped. Together with the Father's praise, there should also be your praise. No one knows anything. Neither do they know Rudra, nor do they know the Saligram who attend the kingdom. You are now attaining that kingdom. The main ones worshipped are Lakshmi and Narayan, and their dynasty is also remembered. They must have claimed that kingdom with someone's help. That kingdom is established with the help of you children. These are very sweet things. Baba continues to explain everything in a nutshell so that you are able to imbibe it. The main aspect you have to imbibe is to remember me, the Father. The knowledge of the tree and the cycle is within you souls. The number one worthy of worship, one is Shiv Baba. The Father of all souls, the one who sits here and makes you souls so worthy. You souls are worshipped. You now understand how you become worthy of worship and how you become worshippers. It is the people of Bharat who become worthy of worship and worshippers. Now all are worshippers and they will then become worthy of worship. There will be no devotees or worshippers. It must definitely have been God who made them into gods and goddesses. Now, is God incorporeal or corporeal? In the corporeal form, the highest of all are Lakshmi and Narayan. It is the incorporeal one who made them like that. This is why the incorporeal is worshipped. All of these things are being explained to you children. First of all, you have to have faith in the Father. It is truly the Father of us souls. When someone says, O God, O Supreme Soul, ask him, who is remembering and whom are you remembering? You should catch them out and ask them, how many fathers do you have? Whom are you calling out to? Whom are you calling God? They would say, God the Father. So you definitely have two fathers. Souls, remember him. Souls, remember God the Father. You are a soul and you have a body. Each body has a physical father. Who is the father of you, the soul, the one whom you call the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul? Who is calling out and to whom? You have to give the introduction of that unlimited Father, the one from whom you receive your inheritance. This one also remembers him. Many different names are given in many different languages. Some say God, some say Supreme Soul, and some say Khuda. People of all religions definitely remember the One. He is the Father of all souls. It is from the Father that you receive the inheritance. You souls call out to Him. You have to give the introduction of the two Fathers, a limited Father and the unlimited Father. On the path of devotion, devotees remember God. Therefore, God says, I come and give you peace and happiness. You will then no longer have any need to remember me again. It is the people of Bharat who become worshippers and worthy of worship, pure and impure. Other religions are established in between. Then, as the population grows, everyone gradually becomes Tamopradhan. By the end, the whole tree will have come down. Only when it becomes empty up there will everyone go back. So this world is now impure. They sing, O purifier. Therefore, surely they must be impure. Bharat was pure and it has now become impure. Shiv Baba definitely comes, but people have forgotten how he comes and when he comes. Sri Krishna doesn't say, I adapt a body in order to explain to you. It is the incorporeal Father who says, I explain to you through this one. Therefore, he is separate. You yourselves used to believe that Sri Krishna was the God of the Gita. That one says, I entered the ordinary body of this one in his stage of retirement. The Father says, I know your births. Shiv Baba enters this one. Sri Krishna cannot be called God, the purifier, or the ocean of knowledge. Although people hold a Gita in their hand, they still say the purifier is the Rama of the all Sitas. They do not say that it is the Krishna of Radhe. Rama means the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. If they are referring to the Rama of the Silver Age, then Lakshmi and Narayan are higher than he is. So why do they not mention their names? However, they don't, because they are referring to the Supreme Soul. Only the incorporeal one is called Heavenly God the Father. The Father is called the Liberator and the Guide. Christ cannot liberate everyone. You cannot call anyone else this. Only the Father comes and liberates everyone from sorrow. He becomes your guide and says, I show you the path. The Father has come and made you belong to Him. This is your godly birth. You receive power from Shiv Baba. You have the power of silence and they have the power of science. They do everything with their intellects. Therefore, they have a lot of arrogance of science, and it is through that destruction takes place. Science gives a great deal of happiness, but it then also brings about destruction. There you will have aeroplanes, etc. These skills will also exist there. All of these things will be useful to you later on. Abroad, they have such lighting that you can't even see the light bulbs. Just their lights is visible everywhere. The lighting in the golden age is also like that. All the physical comforts you have here will also exist there. You have also had visions of all of that. There is no question of accidents, etc. There. There is no question of sorrow there. The Father comes and fulfills your desire for peace and happiness. Human beings wander around searching for peace. Therefore, you should ask them, who made you peaceless? You know that it is the five vices that make you peaceless. However, they do not understand this. They have forgotten that a soul is an embodiment of peace. O souls, you came from the land of silence and adopted those physical organs. Now separate yourselves from those physical organs, detach yourselves. There is no question of doing breathing exercises, etc. in this. For how long would you remain sitting in a cave? The soul says, I am detaching myself from these organs because I am tired. I am now forgetting this body. The Father now says, remember your original religion and your original land. Originally, you were residents of that place. Remember your home. You do have to act. You cannot live without acting. Sannyasis think that they are renunciates of karma because they don't prepare their food with their own hands. However, it is not possible to renounce karma. Their religion dictates that they have to eat food provided by householders. This is why they take birth again to householders and then leave to go onto the path of isolation in order to purify Bharat. Only in Bharat was there purity. Everyone was pure, whereas everyone is now impure. The father sits here and explains this secret. He says, children, if you don't do anything else, just simply continue to remember the Father, and your sins will be absolved, and you will return with me. This drama is about to end. Everyone has passed through the stages of Sato, Rajo, and Tamo, and everyone has to go back. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Babdada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for Dharana. First, consider yourself to be a jewel sparkling in the center of your forehead. Spin the discus of self realization. Second, remember your original religion and original land and experience peace. Do not allow your intellect to wander. Practice becoming detached from your body. Blessing. May you become full of the treasure of love and give everyone the sustenance of love and power. May you become full of the treasure of love and give everyone the sustenance of love and power. The treasure store of love of those children who share the Father's love become just as full. It is as though they are being showered with love all the time. This is the feeling they have. Give love once and receive it again and again. At this time, everyone needs love and power. So give love to some through the Father and give power to others through the Father, with which they can constantly have zeal and enthusiasm. This is the special service that you special souls have to do. Slogan. Those who stay away from Maya's cleverness are deeply loved by the Father. Those who stay away from Maya's cleverness are deeply loved by the Father. Acha. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.